Hi YouTube, welcome back to Starfield part 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7. I think this is part 7. Continuing from where we left off, we apparently need to speak with people over here.
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
I still need some time to get settled.
I understand. You've been through a lot. Just let me know when. Whenever you're up for it.
What do you know about the artifacts?
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
How well known is Constellation?
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
What is Constellation? What do you do?
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
Okay. So this seems like super...
Maybe another time.
This seems like definitely a group that I would be into in real life. Explore the unknown.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
That's a really Finnish name, Noelle. Fuck, so many questions. The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something. An energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Barrett saw something too.
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around. Clearly, he wasn't.
Whatever I saw and heard, it wasn't coming from me.
Unfortunately, that's what a lot of people report in these situations. I'm not saying you didn't really see anything, just that it's really hard to determine after the fact. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
How long have you been working on all this?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Sarah said something of the place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
So this is the
Walter
library,
is
yeah?
Quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
So this is gonna be like our home, and it's fucking massive, which I like. There's a fucking bar here. Caution, wet floor.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in
Oh,
luck.
my own room!
We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
This place is so massive. Like, this is a whole part of the fucking town. Like, this is a whole... It's almost like a different town in the town. Holy shit, it doesn't end.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
Can I still speak with you?
We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it?
You seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Let me know how I can help you learn more.
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
How would organic resources help with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Do I have organic resources for her?
Great, let's see what you have.
Oh, I do, okay. Are these, like, useful in any way whatsoever? Crafting items. Let's sell half. I was wondering about other types of exploration work besides the artifacts.
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
So even they have missions on the board.
Stay safe, okay?
God, fuck, God, why is this game so huge? Why? Oh my God. So this is my own bed. My own couch. Great Expectations, Chapter 1. My father's family name is Pirip, and my Christian name is Philip. My infant tongue could make both names nothing longer or more explicit than Pip. So I called myself Pip and came to be called Pip. Charles Dickens' 13th novel is the coming-of-age tale of an orphan boy named Pip, as he navigates the agendas of those around him, like the eccentric Miss Havisham. Moby Dick. Call me Ishmael. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on the shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. And so continues Melville's classic tale of revenge and obsession for a total of 34 pages. Tablet? Let's sleep. That's a good amount of sleep. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Help! Let's go back and investigate just everything about this place. God, this... Oh my god, I love this game now.
I am at your service, Captain.
Do I still have, like,
It's
something
been
to
quieter
talk
around
to
here
you?
ever since Vladimir went. See you later.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
No. Why can't I sit
Take
on
note.
it? What the
Everyone
fuck?
here is worth learning from. Yes, even the kid. Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Well, thanks for at least admitting that. I've been called worse.
Still doesn't excuse it. My frustrations lie more with Barrett. Not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Oh. Glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay, the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
So basically you can do everything here. Okay. This isn't where I'd expect to find a CEO. Those are exactly my thoughts.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the lodge home as much as anywhere else.
What kind of company is Stroud Eklund?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
What's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet.
Well,
Someone
I
has to fund
kind of
all this,
predicted
and all
that.
my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big here.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here. Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years. Until next time.
Ask if you've got questions. Speak up if you have ideas.
Yeah, sure.
We're all here for the same reason.
Oh my god, why?
Are
Why
you
does he have a
doing
coin
okay?
on his head?
I'm not sure anyone really asked yet. Don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else. You matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
What do you make of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard to judge otherwise. Both you and Barrett saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data.
So is he part of the
which
fucking
means
religious
more
group? That's why he has
artifacts.
the coin on his forehead. What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
These artifacts all came out of caves.
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found.
But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Take care of yourself.
A little disappointed that he didn't have as much dialogue options as
Well, I suppose that station in
he
orbit
did,
is more
Walter.
than paid for itself at this point.
Let's see what the garden looks like. This is all our own. We own this garden. God, this game is so cool.
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible.
So what's in here? It's basement? Oh, is this where I can craft all fucking things? Huh. So I guess like these green quests over here are not that important. So this is basically like the crafting place. You can craft a ton of shit here. Industrial workshop. God, there are too many crafting things. God damn it. What is this? Like, oh my god, seriously, the crafting mechanics for me are a little too much at this point. Like, does screwdriver have any value? There's so many fucking things. Wait, where does this go? Where does this take us? Outside? We're in the sewers? The fuck? Do I wanna be here? Does it say the well? It says the well! That takes us to the well? Hang on a second, players. There's no way this takes us all the way back to the well. I refuse to believe that shit. Blood! I sure hope this isn't Chris's blood. I truly wonder, is this actually like in the well? So, okay, that's the downstairs. Wait, there's still more. This is obviously somebody's room. Whose room is this? I can't. This game is giving me mixed feelings. At the same time, it's so fucking cool of a game.
I am at your service, Captain. Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service.
At the same time,
no
the
additional
crafting
protocols necessary.
is a little
Also,
too overwhelming
in the
for me.
likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development. In case you ever need to build a base for field
You can
research.
build a base? Outpost development, what do you mean?
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
What kind of advanced structures could I build?
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
How do I know if a planet has the resources I
A
need?
planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
Okay. Sounds useful. I'll try it next time I touch down on a
The
planet.
blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
How long have you been part of
I
Constellation?
arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
Well, that's a long fucking time. Do you miss Barrett?
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so. That is as capable as I can be of missing anyone. I believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
Protecting Barrett must have been quite a
Barrett
challenge.
has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
I could use you on my crew.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
So he's officially the first member of our crew. Yes. I guess that's the good place for him. I guess.
How can I be of service, Captain? If you feel it is...
What's your read on Barrett?
It is impossible to read Barrett. He is neither a book nor a block.
Oh my god.
If you are
That made me
asking
laugh
for
too
a
much.
summary
I
of
dropped
my
water from my
observations
mouth.
on his behavior, I will provide one.
I like those dad jokes. He does seem like quite the
Based
character.
on my understanding of Barrett, I believe he would be flattered by that assessment.
How does traveling with me compare to traveling with
I
Barrett?
find you to be a more measured and logical captain
Well, thank
than
you.
Barrett. It would be quite difficult for another human to be more reckless than him. My likelihood of expiration due to corporeal destruction has been significantly reduced since coming aboard your ship. You should consider this a success.
I'd like to know more about what makes you tick.
You may ask me anything. I am programmatically incapable of keeping secrets.
How much do you know about humans?
Constellation has seen to it that I possess a near encyclopedic knowledge of human history, art, culture, and science. May I answer a question for you?
Do you speak every human
I have
language?
been programmed to comprehend all modern and ancient human languages. The only exception is body language. My body is crafted from reinforced metal, and therefore incompatible with such forms of expression.
Do you know any human jokes?
I am looking at one. I hope that was a suitable response. Constellation did not equip me with a sense of humor. I have done my best to mimic Barrett's.
What was the greatest invention in human history?
Logically, I believe the correct answer to be the airplane, followed shortly by the computer. Humans could not have become a spacefaring species without them. Illogically speaking, I am inclined to believe that books were your greatest invention. I have spent a good deal of time processing works of science fiction. They make good case studies in how your species could have made a mess of its entry into the stars in different ways than you did in reality.
Nice. What kind of human music do you like?
This is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience enjoyment. However, I find that the music of ancient Japan has a pleasantly mathematical sound. The same is true of the works of European composers from the Baroque period. I have dedicated significant time to processing these compositions and understanding their structure.
I have a question
I
about
am
something
prepared
else.
for your inquiry.
How did you become a part of Constellation?
Recovered me from an abandoned lunar robotics factory on Earth's moon, where I was manufactured. I am told I was in quite a state of disrepair. Barrett elected to refurbish me after the discovery. Since then, I have been reprogrammed to be useful to Constellation.
Do you remember anything from before you were reprogrammed?
Some data from my time on Earth's moon remains deep in my motherboard, but I do not frequently access it. Very little of what is in those files would prove useful to modern spacefarers.
How did you get your name?
Constellation named me after the Portuguese explorer Vasco da Gama, who resided on Earth in the 15th century AD. He explored his home planet by way of its seas. Barrett tells me he was quite an accomplished explorer. I am inclined to believe it, as that is a compliment Barrett normally reserves for himself.
You were built on Earth's moon?
That is correct. I am a first-generation Model A robot. As such, I was manufactured on Earth's moon. Modern lunar robotics products are manufactured elsewhere.
It's a good thing they were able to fix you.
Constellation is an exceptionally driven and intelligent group of humans. I would expect nothing less of them. I will answer your questions truthfully. Unlike you, I am incapable of lying.
Do you enjoy working with the Constellation?
That is a difficult question to parse. I do not experience human emotions such as enjoyment. However, I have been kept busy since Constellation acquired me. That satisfies my directive to be as helpful as possible for the duration of my existence.
Do you miss the lodge while traveling?
In a geographical sense, the lodge cannot be missed.
Oh my
It
god.
is easily
This fucking
accessible
robot.
from the New Atlantis spaceport. But I presume that you are using miss in this context to mean long for. In which case, my answer is no. I long for nothing. Barrett, however, regularly complains about missing the lodge's amenities during our travels. This has led me to the conclusion that it is a place worth missing.
I'm sitting up for both
Your
of us.
vital signs indicate that you are currently in a state of emotional distress, engaging in support protocols. There.
Oh my god. One of the best characters ever.
Understood.
Can you tell me about Lunar Robotics?
Lunar Robotics is a manufacturing company. They are most notable for creating Model A robots. Their headquarters was once located on Earth's moon. It was evacuated during the cataclysm that rendered Earth uninhabitable. Today, Lunar Robotics products are still found throughout the settled systems, myself included. I hope
No
my
more
answers
questions.
were satisfactory.
This robot had more of a discussion than, what was his name? Oh, he's left. What the fuck is he? Oh, where does this take us? Oh my god, we have a garden roof? Legit? Seriously? How was this game not nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards? Just looking at how fucking cool the game looks like. Whose room is this? Wait, is this not a recording?
Sarah's the best. I've occasionally had my.
No,
doubts.
it's you.
Remember, you're representing.
What about you?
all
Feel
of
free
us.
It's
to help
you.
yourself at the. You're doing great out there.
How many members does this place have? I am a Mama's diary. Seems like just yesterday I was pulled into this exciting new organization, Constellation. We would push the boundaries of human knowledge and experience by exploring farther into space than anyone had before. For all, into the Starfield. Oh my god, that name drop. God, I was so young. We all were, but I was the youngest of us all. Now here we are on the brink of disaster. The colony war may be over, but the settled system seems to be just waiting for the next one. Exploration is now, at best, quaint, at worst, irrelevant. Fortunately, and it was no small feat, I've managed to put together a list of potential new members. They are Irvin Madani, young biologist and physician from the Freestar Collective; Barrett, promising young physicist from the UC, a colorful, in quotes, character to say the least; Alice Campbell, woman of action and pilot, claims to have flown every type of ship at least once; Russell Luther, astronomer and former Freestar Collective military, argumentative by effective; Vizola Jen, philosopher, historian, specializes in humanity's early days of space exploration; Jintao Min, dedicated to finding truth among the stars. Neon Hitman rumors are troubling. With any luck, this new blood will be just what Constellation needs to keep going, maybe, hopefully. From the personal diary of Ayamamasa, former Constellation chair. So this was her or his place. Or, you know. Oh, this is the bathroom. Sir Livingstone's second journal. I heard tell from some of the old-timers that although the Earth suffered its sad fate, that her faithful companion Luna fared much better. Apparently you can still find the remnants of one of the old Apollo missions, something of a secret rite of passage for the sailors of Constellation, if Banks was to be believed. During one of those rare interludes of calm while doing other research on Earth, I figured I could spare the time. I was, as they say, in their neighborhood. It took some serious scanning and a couple of false leads, but I found it. Walking the same place as those earliest of interstellar explorers. Unbelievable what they achieved with such primitive technology. I found the whole experience moving, inspiring. I will advise my successor to do the same. We'll make a proper tradition of it yet. This is an excerpt from Sir Malcolm Livingstone's second journal. Oh my god, that's an actual fucking mission. Visit Moon to see Neil Armstrong's leg or flag or whatever the fuck. That's fucking cool. Oh.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
We
I
already
hope Barrett
spoke.
makes it back to
Yeah.
us. Stay safe, okay?
The fuck just happened there? Can you even punch in this game? I don't know. Well, yeah, you can punch, but like... Oh yeah. Without a weapon, I mean. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Oh, my room. Oh boy, I love it. My own room. Nobody can take that away from me. No, is this like supposed to be a meeting room? This is the janitor's room. And this is the bar we already saw. And it's almost been an hour. Just think about this. It's almost been an hour part already. And I haven't done nothing in this part except explore this one fucking location. And I did say in the last part that I think we're gonna be in this fucking town for the rest of the stream. It's no exaggeration, apparently. Let's see now, what happens if I accept her mission or whatever? Like, does the game send me out of here? Because that's not something I want. Because there's so many side quests in this location still yet to do.
Whenever you're up for it, we have work to do. We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually. But a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
Other people have artifacts?
We have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
The UC Vanguard?
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
I have to admit, I'm excited. My first
Felt
mission.
the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
So I have a new friend with me. What do I get out of this anyway? Constellation have a salary?
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay? Or
Oh, well, that's true. That is very
we do
true.
have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have.
So this game does give me an option currently. Actually, there's something I want to do on my own first. Doesn't really matter. I
We'll
think
need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Do you mean you don't care if I steal as long as I don't get caught?
I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your choice of means.
Understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
Like, do I have to, like, can I still do side missions with her? That's, like, my main question. I was wondering about that because the game was like, oh, you really want to be with her or not?
Talk to John Tuala in Mast.
Do you mind if I ask you some personal questions?
Sure, go ahead.
Is there anything you'd like to do for fun besides exploring?
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession, but you have to promise to keep it between us. Before I graduated from school, I was
In a band!
And no, I don't mean the school band. I mean a rock band. We called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the lead singer. I actually played the drums. The band never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them fondly.
Do you have any religious beliefs?
My parents considered themselves to be enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center, having been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes. I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully
No,
intend to
I'm
respect
not
your
religious at all.
beliefs.
What do you consider your areas of expertise?
You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration, my area of expertise is botany. So, don't worry. I won't let you eat anything that might put you in the hospital. I hope you got something out of that.
We probably don't, yeah.
I'll be here.
How did you know there was an artifact on Vectera?
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done. Honestly, he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
Anyway, let's go.
Bye-bye.
Like, do we do quests together now? You fine with that? Yeah? Okay. Nice. Awesome. Awesome, 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 possum. Hello? You coming?
It's you and me from here out. Goodbye.
So what the fuck are we currently doing in the main quest? So that's what we're doing. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Is her contact in this town still? This game looks so fucking good. I'm gonna get back to this side mission because it's like the closest side mission we have.
Hey, hey.
Oh, we are gonna be just forever in this town. This takes us out of the town, which I don't want.
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor. Mothers, am I right?
Kind of busy right now. Hope you're not agoraphobic.
Shana.
This place always surprises me.
You didn't hear this from me. Those ecliptic mercenaries.
Nothing good. This place always surprises me.
No, I'm not feeling that bad.
It's taken weeks
The
of talking to
procedure
get
is
my
no
Word of advice?
Open
Steer
Atlantis
clear
is
of the well.
Always wondered what the inside of the
Sorry,
life looks
can't
like.
talk.
Nothing good comes from the well. Salut.
Wouldn't want to live anywhere else.
You know that stuff, but a lot of times
You're right. I know you're right. I just wish they wouldn't keep us waiting so long. The procedure is no risk,
said
but
they have an
that
intervention.
still means risk.
God, this town is so huge. Oh, there's really nothing here.
The
Oh, hey.
majority of citizens here in New Atlantis count on Reliant Medical.
Oh, this is stealing.
Believe
Fuck.
our reputation speaks for itself. Welcome to Reliant. If you're in need of medical assistance or require supplies, I am sure we can accommodate you.
What is that accent? It must be a lot of patience.
Well, of course. New Atlantis is a big place. Lots of people, which means no shortage of injuries, communicable diseases. But we're well staffed and do our best to accommodate anyone who needs help.
Tell me more about Reliant Medical.
Well, everyone knows Reliant, largest medical provider in the settled systems. They've spent decades advancing medical science with their research division, and have built an entire supply network to keep us all healthy. They've always been quite proud to work here.
I can't put my finger on it. What? I have no idea what that accent is. It's fucking cool is what it is, but I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I wonder, can I steal these in secret, please?
I'm, pretty sure you weren't supposed to take that.
I'm pretty sure I was.
My contact is in Vanguard recruiting. No, it's fine. Bye.
Welcome to
Nobody saw me stealing anything. Okay, cool.
May you remain in good health.
How long do we
It's
have
taken
to wait?
weeks of talking to get my wife.
Fucking god. Oh. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. Jesus Christ. Another fucking place. Oh my god. It never ends, does it? So this is another clothing place.
Please let me know. You won't find a larger array of options in all the settled systems, I guarantee you.
I'm not sure I really get fashion.
I will tell you a secret. I'm not sure anyone really does. Some act like they have it all figured out, and I admit I am guilty of that myself from time to time. There are, I suppose, a few actively trying to steer the herd, but most are just content to run at the front of the pack and act like they know where it's going. At the end of the day, you must feel comfortable in what you wear. If it speaks to you, what anyone else thinks doesn't matter.
You seem very sure of yourself.
Would you buy from someone who is not? I know what I like. I have a good sense of what most other people like, and the rest is just making sure they're pleased with their purchase. It's clothing, not grav drive tech. I'm sure you'll be satisfied with the selection.
So what kind of clothes do you sell? Oh my god, this reminds me of Resident Evil 4. One of the outfits looks like that. Oh boy! Oh my god! This looks something I would totally wear in real life. The jacket is so fucking cool. Oh, this looks so cool. And there's a 5% persuasion chance. Well, this I totally wouldn't wear in real life. The fuck is this? A knight? Ah, I kind of want to buy this. I kind of want to buy this. I want to buy this. I want to buy this. I bought it. You saw nothing. I just totally didn't waste money on a fucking outfit that just looks cool. Totally did not do that. Never ever would I ever do that. Never ever would I do that. Never. Anyway, is there anywhere we can sit?
How's it going?
Gotta run soon. I'm late to a meeting.
Hey there.
Sorry, can't talk.
I kind of look like a Jedi, really. which is so fucking weird. Thank God I'm recording these to YouTube nowadays, because it really brings even more like commentary out, because it necessarily there doesn't need to be a chat. I have to speak, because these are also uploaded to YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, that is the end of Starfield part... Oh my god. I think part 7, part 6. I've lost count. So YouTube, we'll see you on the next part.